What's up, everybody? This is Brandon Richard, Mr. Making Financial Representation Sexy, and also the newest agent of the Credit Works family. I'm the #1 credit repair credit strategy company in the nation, taking over the Midwest. One, 5R. #1, employment. #2, housing. #3, transportation. #4, cell phone companies. #5, relationships. And I also have a bonus one, and that's food options. Employment. So typically, when people run your credit, when you go apply for a job, and how you look to elevate yourself, and you want to get better jobs, more value, make more money, whatever. These companies are going to run your credit. So think of it this way: your credit is data. It's data that tracks your responsibility, tracks how responsible you've been over time, over a period of time. It could be years, it could be 6 months. So without you having to physically say these words that I'm this, your credit has tracked that. So when people run your credit, they see how responsible you are. So just keep in mind, job will run your credit, as well as do a background check just to get an idea of how valuable and responsible you are. Think of it like this: if you can manage a $300, $500 credit card, then you typically probably won't. They thinking, well, he or she not gonna steal $100 out of my register, right? So if you manage your credit responsibly, whether I have inventory on hand or anything like that, you probably will handle my business valuables in the right manner. So that's employment. Housing. #2, housing. So housing, we all have tried to get an apartment. If you want to own a home, get a mortgage. But it's just plain and simple, man. If you cannot manage a little bit, nobody's going to give you ownership or let you take control of their property for a short period of time. If you can't manage, if you can't pay your bills on time, or you can't manage $200, why would I allow you to take temporary ownership? That's what renting is. Take temporary ownership of my property, and I expect you to pay me $800 or $900. So it's just all about, these people will look at your credit. It's a pattern. It's behavior. What are your behavior? Credit tracks that. So that's what housing is about. That's your shelter. So 3, transportation. So people will run your credit once again for a car, and I'm sure everybody has learned that the hard way. So they want to see that's what credit is about. Your credit report shows your patterns, shows your behavior, shows your habits. That's what that's about. So people lie. They talk out their mouth, they lie all the time, but your credit report won't lie. So #4, cell phones. Everybody got a cell phone. No matter what walk of life you are from, how much money you make, the poorest to the richest, cell phone. Everybody got a cell phone. Long story short, the better your credit, the better quality of phone you have. So that impacts your credit, impacts your phone, your cell phone. It gives you the power of the World Wide Web at your fingertips, in the palm of your hand. 5, relationships. Having a partner that understands, has a high financial IQ, and knows has a good habit, good behaviors of paying their bills on time, and managing their credit, living below their means. It helps you a lot. That you able to piggyback off that builds a power couple. You want that person not be a liability to you, increasing your debts. You want them to be an asset. But typically, if you look at areas or communities, let's say the hood, for instance, lower income areas, that companies, if you look at the food options surrounding these areas, they're not the most healthiest. They're not the most healthiest. Typically, like, if you want better options, like the Chick-fil-A, for instance. A lot of people like Chick-fil-A. They have good chicken. You have to drive outside of that lower income area, probably typically 5 or 10 miles, to get a Chick-fil-A, a Dearborn's, a Whole Foods, a Trader Joe's, Farmers Market, areas like that with better quality of food. It's better for you. These places, they do market research. So they're looking at the area before they set up shop. What is the typical credit report? What is the average credit report for that area? and they feel like, they making a basis of, okay, do I want to set up shop around this area? If the average credit score for that area is low, they perceive that as these people are not worth setting up shop, worth being able to afford these better options of food options. So remember, these credit equals better options. Always gives you better options of all these things, 1 through 5. Better employment, better housing, better transportation, better cell phones, and a better relationship partner. Credit Works, agent, man. We your liaisons. Come talk to us. And I thank you. I appreciate you.